Where's that?
One time I almost got kidnapped.
What?
In Korea?
Okay, I really almost got kidnapped in Korea. You guys have heard that story a million times. I think this is the first time I'm telling this one. When I was in Korea, I met this one guy, and he was obviously a million years old and a predator, might I add. Okay, I was freaking like 13 at the time. I think the dude was like at least 20. He wanted to meet me before I left to go back to America. He told me to meet him at this desolated, isolated park at like 5 in the morning.
Heck,
because he said it was before work. And I think about that time all the time. I
Did
think
you
about
go?
it. No, of course
I mean,
not. Yeah.
she's here.
No, I didn't
Why?
go.
Why didn't you want to go?
Because my radars were like, that's creepy.
So you fell off.
Yeah, because 5 in the morning, like,
And
that
an older
doesn't make
guy.
sense. Yeah. It was so weird. I mean, I thought he was cute. I thought we could definitely have a future because when you're 13, you think you have a future with everybody. I definitely thought so. But 5 in the morning, come on, that's weird. And I think about that time all the time. I'm thinking, what would have happened if I had gone? I feel like it would have been some sort of lifelong trauma. Maybe I wouldn't even be here today. Who freaking knows?
I feel like it's common, like, well, I'm not too sure, but I hear a lot of like celebrities in Korea that talk about like the girl celebrities, right? Almost getting kidnapped. There was one instance where like taxi with no license plate try to like get the girl to come in from the hagwon, which is like a tutor, but then she didn't go. Wow, she went, it's gone, like,
Yeah.
it's over.
So I asked you guys to submit your craziest horror stories. I'm gonna leave a link to that Google Doc right there, or Google Drive, or what you know what I'm talking about. So let's start with the stories. Story number 1. These are anonymous, so I'm not gonna say any names. Haunted sleepover. I was 10 and I had a sleepover with 3 of my older teenage cousins. We decided to pull an all-nighter. It was around 1 a.m. when I decided to play board games, but before that, we go to the kitchen to get snacks and drinks. We're trying to be as quiet as possible because my parents and my grandmother were sleeping. We also made sure to clean up our messes because my mom is Hispanic and she would have found the dirty kitchen. We would have woken up to a swift chancla, a flip-flop, smacking down on you. We gather every ounce of junk food from the kitchen. We head back to my room, close the door behind us. We're opening the bags of chips and the popcorn, pouring our drinks, setting up what we thought was going to be an intense game of Clue when we start hearing plates clattering in the kitchen. We all freeze thinking we were too loud, and I just woke up my parents, and now we're going to get in trouble. We're all sitting, still waiting for my mom to bust open through the door, yell at us with a belt in her hand, but the clattering stops, and my mom never comes in. So after a few moments of silence, we convince ourselves, oh, it just must have been something outside. So we start setting up our little game, and one of my cousins makes a joke that probably wasn't that funny, but we were already so tired and we giggle and cry, laugh uncontrollably. And as we start to calm down, we do the first roll of dice, and we hear an intense slamming of kitchen cabinets. The sound resonates through my house, making the walls vibrate like if someone was angrily opening and closing them repeatedly. And we all quieted down, trying to figure out who or what was in the kitchen. I thought it was my grandma, looking for a midnight snack. She did that often, but she wouldn't slam every cabinet late at night. I poked my oldest cousin and I told her, go check if my grandma's up. She gets up to crack open the door, and the second she does, we hear footsteps coming down the hall to my room as if someone is running full speed towards us. My grandma is 78. There is no way she's gonna start sprinting like a dog with zoomies in the middle of the night.
What?
We begin whisper screaming and we all run to the door to shut it as my oldest cousin is frozen in fear. And at this point, I'm hyperventilating. My cousins are trying to tell me everything's gonna be okay, but every single one of us was on the verge of tears. We lock the door, turn off the lights as if this was gonna stop any intruders. But like, same. I feel like I know my house at night, but you don't. I have the advantage.
What?
Because I know the layout of my house.
So you have like a secret room and
You know, exactly, and I know exactly what door leads to what, where I put things. Like, you could easily trip over something that's gonna make some noise, whereas I know where all my bullshit and clutter is. So it is smart, right? Would you guys, if there was an intruder in your house, would you turn off all the lights, right?
Yeah, probably. Because
Really? That just makes it more creepy. You turn on the lights so nobody can hide.
But it'll be harder for the intruder to find you.
You know what's really scary? This house has a really sensitive security system. When it was thundering, I guess like the thunder set off a motion sensor outside, like a little light thing. Full alarms. Our bedroom is set up with the light flashes on and off. When I was and it's screaming, burglar! The lights are flashing on it. It was terrifying. Okay, anyway. The same older cousin that opened the door calls her boyfriend who lived 2 streets down. And by this time, it's 2 a.m. and we're begging for him to come over to check the outside of the house because my bedroom window wasn't facing the street. So we couldn't see if anyone was parked out front. As a typical dude attitude, he thinks we're lying and being dramatic, and he hangs up on 4 girls in a possible life-threatening situation. I hope she broke up with him. I hope she broke up with him. As my cousin tries to dial him back, the noises in the kitchen pick back up. The noises grow louder and stronger. It sounded like multiple people were coming, destroying the kitchen, glass being thrown against the walls, doors slamming, the front and back door being slammed open and closing, and footsteps. So many footsteps. Like people are doing laps in the living room. The footsteps would get close to the door as if whatever it was wasn't sure if it should come in and then walk away, but then just as quickly the steps would return. And at this point, we're all screaming and crying, trying to barricade the door with pillows and blankets and beanbag chairs, as if that's gonna protect us.
Beanbag chairs.
It's like the softest.
Pillows.
Y'all couldn't get up and move a desk.
Or chair?
Yeah. Does that chair thing work to put it under? Or does it
I
not?
think it does some kind of help. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Or pillows.
Without a pillow.
My cousin was able to get a hold of her boyfriend again, and hearing the panic and sobbing, got concerned and decided to drive over and take a look. Okay, thank you. We stay on the phone with him as he pulls up to my house and he says, I don't see any cars. He takes a few laps around the house and tries to peek into the windows, but he says, I don't see anyone. It's okay, just come out so you can open the door for me. We each pick up a shoe or a toy as weaponry, and we unlock the open door. But even the door felt heavy, like it didn't want us to step out into the hall. We're all scared, trying to suck up our snot and build up the nerve to step out of the room, and no one wants to go first, so all 4 of us try to cram through the door at the same time. We're clinging to our weapons, each other, and Jesus. As we make our way down the hall, any floor creak made us jump out of our skin. It was pure agony. The hallway felt like it stretched for miles. We made it to the kitchen, and we reach for the light switch at the same time and brace ourselves to fight. Our heart is literally pounding in our ears. We cut the lights on, and we all take a collective gasp, standing in the hallway facing the kitchen completely frozen. Each cabinet door was open, but everything inside of them was intact. Not a single plate or cup out of place. To the left was the back door, and this being an older home, all the windows and doors were barred. So if anyone wanted to open the door, they would have to open the barred door first. Instead, the main glass door was wide open from the inside of the house. Okay, I just got shivers. I just got chills. That was really creepy.
Imagine that happened to you, like us.
I would pee. I'm just imagining myself right
my
now,
God,
and I would...
That's so scary.
I think even one kitchen cabinet open, which can be justified. You can say, oh, someone got a freaking cup and they forgot to close it. One would still freak me out. But like,
You know what I have?
That's why you gotta move out.
You know what I'm like?